Hello everyone. Today we will discuss a problem 3512 on LeetCode which says minimum operations to make array sum divisible by k. So this problem is a very mathematical problem. Okay, so there is not that much like logic or concepts, but there is one thing which is related to the concept of modulo. Okay, so let's see the statement of this problem. You are given an integer array. We have an integer array AR. Okay, and for example the array look like this as 4, 8, 7 and something, and we have given the value of k. Let us suppose the value of k is 4. Okay, now the problem statement says that we can choose any index element I. Okay, and we can replace that element with nums of I, or we can say AR of I equal to AR of I minus 1. Okay, and we can do this thing any number of times. Okay, and our objective function is we want that operations to be done minimum operations we want. Okay, we want minimum number of times to make that whole array sum divisible by k. Okay, for example our array look like this as 4, 8 and 7, and the value of k is 4. Okay, now what we can do is we can decrement this 7 by 6, so this is becomes operation count is 1, then again arrow 1, 4, 8, 6. Okay, now we can again decrement this by 1, operation count becomes 2. Now again we can decrement by 4. Now operation count is 3. Now if we see our final array output is this 4, 8, 4, and the sum of this array is 16, and 16 is divisible by k, and where k is 4. Okay, so this is our objective. We want to make an array in such a way that the sum of the array is divisible by k, and the minimum number of operations should be used in that to make that array divisible by k. Okay, so this was one of the example we have used to understand this problem in a better way. Okay, so for example, like as we have seen in this problem, like we have given 4, 8, 7 as our input array and our k was 4. Okay, so what we can do is if we sum this array 4, 8 and 7, 4, 8 and 7, what is the sum? Sum is equal to 19. Okay, so we want the sum to be divisible by the array sum to be divisible by k, means 19 to be divisible by k. This is our objective function. This is our objective which you want to satisfy. Okay, so like as you can see, it is not properly divisible by 19 is not properly divisible by 4. Okay, so what we can do is we can take the modulo. So this is a small concept, a small mathematical concept. 19 modulo 4. This is a modulo operator, arithmetic modulo operator, which is used to compute the remainder. Okay, so this gives us what? This gives us 3. 19 modulo 3 is 19 modulo 4 is 3. So this is our answer also. Minimum number of operations to make our array divisible by 3 is to make our array divisible by 4 is 3. So this is our 3 is our output. Okay, so let's see. It's a bit code about it, or some pseudo code, you can say algorithm, but you can see, like for example this is our return type, this is my function f. Okay, and I have taken an array nums and the value of k is given to me. Okay, so I can take one of the variable, you can say answer equal to 0, then sum is equal to 0 2, then I can run one for loop int I equal to 0 up to the length of this array. Here I'm writing the code in Java. Okay, you can use any language of your choice. Next we can do sum is equal to sum plus array of, no, this loop is computing the sum of all the elements of the array. Now after that what we can do is answer equal to sum modulo k, and after that we can return our final answer. Okay, so this is the small like concept which is used in this problem. Okay, now what is the time and space complexity of this problem? Here we are running only one this for loop, okay, and this for loop is running up to the length of this array. So we can say that n, big of n, where n is equal to array dot length. Okay, and all these are constant operations. The time complexity of constant operations is always constant, which is big of 1. Okay, so the final time complexity of this code is big of n plus big of 1, which is equal to big of n. And if I talk about space complexity is constant. We are not using any auxiliary data structure or any auxiliary space to solve this problem. So here our discussion of this problem ends. So this is a very, like you can say, a small mathematical concept is used, which is of a modulo operator. Okay, thank you.